You can import data with text or alphanumeric characters into the OM software if you first save those data as comma-separated values. And then you also have to take the additional step of instructing OM as to what text or characters it will be encountering when it imports the data set. So for example, here we have a little data set with 8 individuals. We have biological sex and then a variable titled Q1 and then Q2 and HGHT, that's just height in inches. And so you see the first individual is a male and then we have a female and so forth. That same first individual said no to question 1 and then yes to question 2 and so forth. And you can see here also we have a missing data point. And then height is just entered in inches. So to import these data to OM, we first need to, again, save this as a comma-separated value file. And so we can do that by just selecting File and then Save As. And I've already been here and you can see I've already chosen the comma-separated value option here. So I already have these data saved in comma-separated value format. Now what I need to do is provide the definitions for these orderings and again instruct OM as to what text it's going to be encountering. So I've also done that in Excel, and let's take a look at that file. So here you can see I have the exact same labels or names for the orderings. So we have sex, Q1, Q2, and HGHT for height. Now I also have included the descriptions in this definition file. So for example, Q1, I've actually just included the question here, do you like to go to parties? Do you like to look at cloud shapes in the sky? And then here I just spelled out that this is height in inches. Now you'll also notice that I provided essentially units of definition. So OM will now recognize an M or an F for the sex ordering, and then a no and a yes for Q1, a no and a yes for Q2. And then for the height, it's just going to be looking for numeric values there. There's no text indicated. So this is basically a definitional file where I've set up the unit labels, the unit descriptions in the second row, and then the unit definitions on the third and fourth rows here. So now again, I need to save this as a comma-separated value file. So I would select File, Save As. I've already been here and done this. You can see I've selected the CSV again format. So I could save this file. And then now I'm ready to import everything into OM. Well, let's go ahead and close these files out, because if I leave these open, OOM might try to compete for the file since it's open. It might get an input-output error. So let's close those out. And now here we are in OOM. So let's read in those data. So we'll select File and then Import Data and Definitions. We want to first get in that ordering information. So I'll select that option. I've already been here before, but you would select Browse and find the file you're looking for. So here again, you can see the file, everything's separated by commas. So I'll select Open. And the ordering descriptions are included as that second row. So I'll select OK here. So here we see it. It defaults to 10 cases. Here we see the labels for the orderings. Let's go ahead and look at the Define Orderings window. And here we have the labels, and then here you can see the descriptions have been read in. And then also notice that for sex, OM automatically will assign a 1 for male and a 2 for female. Highlight that. And then Q1, a 1 for no and a 2 for yes. And the same thing for Q2. And then height, there are no definitions here yet. Those will be set up once the data have been imported. So that is all ready to go. So let's bring in those data. So we'll select File, and then now Import Data Definitions. Now we want the actual CSV data file. I've already been here before, but again, we would browse it and take a look here. So here are the data in comma-separated value format. Select Open. The labels are included as the first line of data, and we are going to integrate with the active data set here. The ordering descriptions are not included in the data set, nor are the case labels. We want to integrate with the active data set. So we want to read the data in this file into the active data set that we have here in OOM. So we'll select OK, and there you have it. Now we have an extra case here, maybe due to an errant carriage return in the original data set. I'll just select cases here, turn that to 8 and activate. And so we just get rid of that extra case. And we can see everything has been read in. I've got the labels turned on. There are the values that were assigned by OOM, and there are the labels. And if we go to the Define Orderings window, we can take a look at the distributions. We can see that we have 3 males and 5 females. And then we can look at Q1, look at the distribution there. Also, look for uncategorized observations, make sure everything has been read in properly. There we see the distribution, everything looks good, and then there's height. Now by default, OOM will give a unit of observation for each unique value it encounters. So here it read in a 58, a 60, and up to 72 there. So everything looks good. So I'll select OK or cancel here. Now let's open Excel and double check to make sure everything has been read in properly. So here we see the data, and we have male, female, 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 so forth. That matches up nicely there. We have a no, yes, yes, no, no. That all matches up. We have the missing data point there. And then yes, no, no. See, that matches up. And then the heights all match up, 72, 60, etc. So sure enough, everything has been read in properly. So once again, work with comma-separated value files. Set up your data definitions first. Import those into OM, and then you can import in the text or alphanumeric data.